Y'all ready to continue putting on some new upgraded parts and get rid of all these factory ones? I know I am. And I'm going to try my best not to get my hands dirty today. Yeah, right. What is up, everyone? Back again, another day at Whitley Auto Works. As you can see, we are making great progress on the SRT4. Today, I'm going to start off doing a couple things because, like I said, I'm trying to not get my hands too dirty. I know I got to tackle that exhaust at some point, but right now, I want to finish up this front end stuff. So let me show you what I'm thinking. Alright, so as you can see with the big front mount, this thing's already going to look aggressive as crap. When I did the headlights, one thing I did notice is the low beam on the factory headlight bulb was out, so I got to replace one of the bulbs. That's no big deal. That just unplugs. But as far as finishing up what I wanted to do with this front end, of course, those black headlights made an excellent difference, but one thing I don't really care for is these side markers and these fog lights. Oh, and the grills, but they just kind of screw out, so you can just go and take a little flathead and screw those out because I want to show off the big front mount we got over there. But also, a lot of people like to do the Evo mod where they like paint this section or cut the whole section out. I am not doing that. That's not me. But today we're going to focus on these corner lights and these fog lights. Let me show you what we're going to do with them. Alright guys, so in order to kind of change up the look of everything and kind of modernize it, you know, we have orange corner lights and we have white fog lights. So what we're going to do with those orange corner lights is we're going to smoke them with the VHT Nightshade. Pretty cool product. I've used it many a times. You can do it on the tail lights too, but I don't know if I want to do that yet. I'm going to start off with just focusing on the front end. That way I can do it before and after. And then I've never tried this stuff out. I'm going to kind of give it a go. I've heard mixed reviews about it. But in order to do the fog lights over there, I'm going to try this. This is actual lens tint from Peel Coat from Rust-Oleum. So I got it at AutoZone. We'll see how it works. It was only 10 bucks. This was, I think, Nightshade's like 14, I think. It's not bad. It comes with a whole can. You can do a lot of stuff with it, but go ahead and disassemble everything, clean it up real good. Might scuff it down with a little bit of 1000 grit. Nothing heavy. You don't want to scratch it all to crap. But try it out, see how it works. Alright guys, so I got the corner markers coated, as you can tell. Nice and shiny. They're drying. It's going to be a while, but once they do and they go back on, they're going to look awesome. Time to move to the fog lights. Alright, so these fog lights aren't in the prettiest shape anyways. I got them sanded down with 1000 grit. Really, I'm just going for color with this because I don't even really use the fog lights, but this is a before and I'll show you the after. And now the fog lights. So as you can tell, this is definitely going to give it some contrast moving forward. Woo, it looks bright. But hey, it's an upgrade. Alright, so now the part I've been dreading, and I'm sure you guys have probably been looking forward to the most, and it's probably going to make the most difference. We're putting the 3-inch exhaust on this car, and we're going to see what it sounds like after. So let's get started. Alright guys, now keep in mind this car is a 2004, so after spraying it down with this stuff, which I would highly recommend from your local parts store, the whole exhaust actually come off. Not only did it come off, it came off without breaking any bolts. It came off at the joints with the original factory clamps. And as far as I can tell, this exhaust, other than maybe at one point long ago to delete some resonators or something, this exhaust is completely factory. So basically, the way it goes is that's where it bolts to the 3-inch O2 house, or to the standard O2 housing, which I'm not going to change because that's a pain. But it bolts right there. There's your secondary oxygen sensor. Then it bolts to the mid pipe. Runs all the way around, curves, runs over the subframe, and finally ends up dual exhaust right there. Alright, just for some comparison, this is the factory up next to the new size piping. That's what's going on in the car. We're going from this 2 1/4 to a full 3-inch exhaust all the way back. Let me put it on and I'll show you how it sounds. Alright guys, so before I slap it in, this is just a comparison of the new downpipe right here next to the factory downpipe. Now this downpipe doesn't have a cat. So this is the racing downpipe. But in order to get it to work and not throw a check engine light, you have to buy one of these. This little adapter right here actually allows the O2 sensor to sit outside of the main stream of exhaust that comes. And what that allows you to do is basically the engine sees the temperature change and how quickly the temperature changes via the O2 sensor. And that's what throws the check engine light when you delete the cat. Well, when you space it off like this, the change isn't so drastic, and it tricks the ECU so that you can actually stay catless and pass emissions. Ooh, so another cool thing is when you go to tuning the car and everything and put the full exhaust on, it's going to change the O2 algorithms so that it's not as, as extreme either. So that also helps out. Obviously it'll increase boost, it'll increase part throttle, it increases a various number of things. So let me get this exhaust slapped on and I'll show you finally how it sounds. And with that, it completes our first round of upgrades on this SRT4. Got a new intake, new blow-off valve, new exhaust, new coilovers, painted the wheels, painted the side markers, new headlights. Woo! I am tired. We got a lot done. And it's only just beginning. Next we get into tuning. And oh man, there's plenty more to come. So be sure to stick with me. If you have any questions, drop me a comment down at the bottom. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all those things. See you next time with the SRT4.